Hi everyone, welcome to our channel. My name is UDHAYASOORIAN. I hold matrix number FT02103006. So today, me and my colleague, we are going to share some interesting details about the flight that we monitored. So I will share some details about this flight, and my colleagues will actually share the status of the flight on each phases of flight. Let's go. So the flight that we monitored is AirAsia AK5120 and its call sign is AXM5120. So the flight was expected to departure around 7:45 p.m. on March 7th, and it's supposed to travel from Kuala Lumpur International Airport to Kota Kinabalu International Airport. So the great circle distance of this flight is around 1,603 kilometers, and the estimation flight time takes about 2 hours and 15 minutes. So this is an Airbus A320-216 type aircraft. So the aircraft was registered in Malaysia, and the registration number is 9 Mike Romeo Alpha November, and its serial number is Mike Sierra November 8797, and this aircraft has been on service for about 2 years now, since May 2019. So let's hear from our colleague about the status of flight during the flight phases.
We will travel from KLIA to Kota Kinabalu Airport on March 7th. I basically want to talk about the flight takeoff phase. This flight is scheduled to depart at 8:02 p.m. 5120 flight passed through the 20 waypoints of the AK512 begins in the Kuala Lumpur International Airport. After the trip, the pre-flight was complete and the plane was ready to take off at 8:05 p.m. The weather was supposed to clear that day, so the flight took off safely. Fly to a height about 1,193 feet with a ground speed of 153 knots and a vertical speed of 2624 feet per minute with a heading of 325 degrees. At the conclusions of the missions, the plane entered the RAGU area.
Hi, my name is SYAFIQ bin JAMIRSAH. I'm holding metric number FTTO21033007. And thank you to Nantini. I will proceed with the next point, which is climbing phase. So AK5120, Raymond, Topex and period point in climbing phase. So after 6 minutes, AK5120 passing Raymond point with altitude is 16 feet and with speed 1315 knots. 5120 passing second point, which is Topex, with altitude shown is 20,000 feet and with speed 364 knots. Then AK5120 passing Virit point, which is the last point in my monitoring, with altitude is 32,000 feet and with speed 440 knots. Thank you. I will pass to my next video presenter. Thank you for listening. Ciao.
Hello everyone, my name is MURUGAN. I'm holding the Metricas number DFOM 2107005, and today I'll be explaining you the cruising phase of flight A. So the period of flight that occurs between rise and descent is known as cruising flight. So basically these 8 flights, cruising hours are from 9 to 10 p.m. So according to the flight information displayed on the flight radar, the flight was flying at 37,000 feet at the cruise phase. The ground speed was 433 knots, the indicated speed was 253 knots, and the real airspeed was 456 knots. We can also observe that the aircraft's wing speed was 38 knots and the temperature was -48 degrees Celsius. So the real airspeed, indicated speed and ground speed of this aircraft change every 5 minutes. So there's a total of 5 waypoints were passed by this A. Before I go any further, I'd like to explain what waypoint means. So a waypoint is a specified geographical location used to define an area navigation route or the flight path of an aircraft employing area navigation. ITSEL, which is a KL radar at 442 knots, Urigo or Singapore radar at 436 knots, VSEL, Mabal, and finally Aniru are the waypoints that this aeroplane went over. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, this is AK5120 flight from Kuala Lumpur to Kota Kinabalu Here, this flight already had descent phase, which is any time period during air travel and aircraft to decrease altitude and is the opposite of an ascent or climb. Here can now the detail of AK5120 flight at descent phase. This show at the waypoint DOGOE at altitude is 32,000 feet. The temperature is minus 32 degrees Celsius and the speed at 439 knots. The detail of the flight changes time by time, also waypoint. The next waypoint is ISKOD, which is the altitude is 18,900 feet. Temperature is minus 4 degrees Celsius and the speed is 385 knots. Proceed. The next waypoint is VIDIP, 30,400 feet for altitude and the temperature at that time is 4 degrees Celsius and for the speed is changed to 326 knots. Last waypoint EGENU, this show 30,100 feet for altitude, 12 degrees Celsius for the temperature and the speed the change become 298 knots.
Hello, I'm KABILAN GANASAN, holding metric number FTTO 21030008, and now I'm going to cover the landing part of the aircraft, which name AK5120. The aircraft started to descend at the waypoint of EGENU at 10,100 feet at 12 degree temperature and at 290 knots of speed, passing by waypoint GOKIS at 3,500 feet and 20 degree temperature and 266 knots of speed, and then the aircraft passed through DAGIR at 1,200 feet at 25 degree of temperature at 141 knots of speed. Finally, the aircraft landed at before landed, the aircraft passed through the waypoint of BKI at 2,215 feet at 25 degree temperature at 133 knots of speed. Finally, the aircraft landed at Bay 10 and then turned off the dock at 2,220. That's all. Thank you.